y'all, and welcome back to another video. So this week we are doing episode 3 of my Create This Book series. I love doing this series and you guys seem to absolutely love it too, so obviously I'm going to continue to do it. I did the most that I could for this week. I did 3 different paintings, so I hope you guys enjoy and let's get into it. So the very first thing that I did was I opened up the book to a random prompt like usual, and this was to create nonsensical creatures. Now, if you watch Mariah Elizabeth like how I do, you know all about her blob characters. And I did not want to copy her whatsoever, so... And the prompt also said to create characters that don't exist, so I created these. First one that I did was this little pink monster thing with duck feet. I don't know. I can't explain it. And then I did this superhero pop or wow sign with one blue leg. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just kind of doing something that I hadn't seen before. And in this one, I had an idea of kind of like a Mike Wazowski type deal, but then it turned into this lopsided, weird looking turtle flower thing. I don't know. It's very weird. And then I created this box character monster thing. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen someone draw a box character before. Or at least not anyone that I subscribe to. If someone else has done a random character of a block, please let me know. And the next character I did kind of resembled a cowboy hat. I don't know why. I've never seen someone do it before, so... And then I did this purple flower, which I wanted it to be kind of watercolory, but I was using gouache, so. And then I did this ribbon character that has crab eyes, and then I just did a random orange dot. And now I am creating the faces for each of them, and I'm trying to do different facial expressions. It's not very successful. Some of them do have very similar expressions. I tried to keep the circular one very bland and just completely different from all the rest. He just exists. He's just there. Then I added eyeballs and did whites in some of them, not all of them. Some of them just have tiny little dot eyes. And then I named all of them. Beep, Happy, Shimmer, Squish, Humph, Swoosh, Cookie, and Bloom. None of them really had a meaning behind them except Happy. Happy really reminded me of my dog back home, Emma. Her nickname is Happy because she constantly wiggles. And that green flower thing I just got a glimpse of Emma's personality in that flower. I'm yep, I'm gonna say that is Happy because that is Emma. And then I went on to the next prompt, which was to create weather-based decor. I basically just painted the current weather condition of that day, which it was sunny on that day. It didn't stay sunny for too long because the next day was filled with a bunch of smoke, and I'm in Nashville. That is how far the smoke traveled from Canada. It was absolutely horrendous in New York City, don't get me wrong, but you could visibly see it and smell it in Nashville. Or at least I could, at least. But on Monday, which is when I filmed this, it was sunny, and just you know what? Let me paint the stereotypical sunny scene that all 5-year-olds would do. I did try to do a different spin on it, but I'm still trying to learn how to use gouache and how to be okay with texture. I have been afraid and have disliked texture for so long, and I'm just now learning how to like it, and by learning how to like it, I am taking it to the absolute extreme. which I don't recommend for anyone, but that is exactly what I'm doing. Like, I am adding so much freaking texture. I am glopping on paint. Like, I'm pretty sure this paint's supposed to last a while, and I'm already through like half of it. And that's because I'm literally glopping it on. I'm also trying to learn how to use these round brushes. I've never liked round brushes, but I'm trying to use them. I'm trying. Because like I hate just leaving brushes in my sets and never using them, never trying them, and I don't like them. I still don't, but I mean, it's worth a shot to try them out and to see what I like. But I'm pretty sure I still like my square, straight edge brushes, not these rounded pieces of crap. But maybe it's just the brushes themselves that are the issue, I don't know. So after painting the sky and the grass, I did a little bit of an outline, and then I started painting like these 5-bladed grass things, and then I just painted blobs of color on top of them, and I'm just like, you know what, here's some flowers. I went into this painting with literally no idea besides like sunny and blue sky and green grass and clouds, which is what I started working on after the flowers. The very first cloud that I did, I tried to be like very precise with, as you can see. And then after that, I just freehanded all of them because I realized I did not have the patience to do that for every single cloud. And you may be wondering, Jess, why aren't you trying to make your art even better? And that's because like I know what I can do with art, but I don't have the patience to do that right now. Like the sunflower that is my logo in the corner of your screen and is on my ending screen and everything, I painted that. I painted that flower over a year ago. I've done a lot of like realistic type flower paintings before with acrylic paint. But I don't want to do realistic right now. I want to try different things. I want to just have fun. I don't want to try to be perfect. And it's a foreign concept to me, and that's what I'm trying to learn. And that's what I'm trying to share with you guys, is to just have fun with art instead of trying to be perfect all the time. After painting the clouds, I painted the sun, obviously, and then I started doing outlines of all the clouds to just like show that they're clouds and not just like random blobs. And then I outlined the sun and we were done. And now is the final painting, which was create a symbol and then explain what it was. I painted a really sloppy and lopsided sunflower. I love sunflowers. Sunflowers are my favorite flower. That's why a sunflower is my logo, is because I love sunflowers. I always have since I was a little girl. And they symbolize so much for me, which you'll be able to read in a second. But it's just, I love them. And this one was a little bit more cartoony, and I wanted to do the outline thing again, like how I did with the previous painting. And I also wanted to try this technique that I've seen on social media with the flowers, of where you take a circular brush and you do the point at the top of the petal, and then you put more pressure as you go down and make the rest of the petal, and it expands and makes a petal shape. And I wanted to try that out because like I don't like rounded brushes and I'm trying to get used to them, and this was a perfect excuse to try and see how that works. And like, it's there. I don't think I did a good job of it, but it's there. Once everything was dry, which took a little bit, I just outlined the petals how I wanted them to look with a darker yellow. And then I also outlined the stem and the leaf. After I finished doing the outline, I wrote the meaning of what it means to me, and then I added some details to the flower and cleaned up some edges, and then I called it a day. But this is all I was able to complete for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.